Kuruga kuno mu diaspora hano mu TGM Radio. Nitubatangira muno kuhuliriza iraka lya Bunyoro kuruga kuno mu diaspora hano mu TGM Radio. Nitubatangira muno kuhuliriza iraka lya Bunyoro kuruga kuno mu diaspora hano mu TGM Radio.
Uganda angalyaitu mukanwa akazina tukuzina hali Bunyoro. Blesseneli John Tekamfa Little Ivan tuli basini ba Bunyoro.
Bunyoro kitara tukugonzane naite itwabana beyanga abakutamekitini lero turakoraki tukugize Mukama nitwijuke kitinisa ekihanga lyaitu Bunyoro. Bunyoro Bunyoro
Tukugonza muno Bunyoro kaniwe mutima gwa Uganda.
Bunyoro
Tukugonza muno Bunyoro ebirungi byona bisangibwa Bunyoro. Tukugonza muno Bunyoro kaniwe mutima gwa Uganda. Tukugonza muno Bunyoro ebirungi byona bisangibwa Bunyoro. Bantu iwe kambagambire ebyensi tebitwina ebitubaire tutamanyire bajju byotubibyambire Bunyoro twine byobugaiga byakabaleka kabamanyire wakana bajungu kwijo omunuka mu Uganda. Bunyoro tukwasireke okubanza ettaka litwina ettaka lirungi muno ettaka likweza ebyokulya tikikabaga kizibu Bunyoro yaitu webalitukuza.
ekibira kya Budongo kituwa embaawo z'amaanyi kituweereza enjula ekonu netumala ennyanja mwitansike etuweereza enchunungi ndeke nzinire Bunyoro. Little I can tell them yena ukarumorole amaizi nkukakwetawula ogende akikonko kya bukyabwa matizo ni Folusi National Park esika abajungu nibaija okurambula. Bunyoro
Tukugonza muno Bunyoro kaniwe mutima gwa Uganda. Tukugonza muno Bunyoro ebirungi byona bisangibwa Bunyoro. Tukugonza muno Bunyoro kaniwe mutima gwa Uganda. Tukugonza muno Bunyoro ebirungi byona bisangibwa Bunyoro.
Brings to music.
Mundeke mbaze ala mafuta akafaire Bunyoro tunda nkaotike chonte si Bunyoro yaitu ekokere all city
abantu amanyire Bunyoro naitwe tulimanyibwa kuruka kabaliga yafiire Bunyoro mazima kotwayibwa baitu ati Oil City efokere Oil City buli muntu wena agonza puloti mu Oil City
Ekore lya Kinyara iturukia sukali buli muntu nenda anyuma nanulirwa Bunyoro Bunyoro
tukugonza muno Bunyoro
Oil City
kaniwe mutima kwa Uganda
Bunyoro Bunyoro
tukugonza muno Bunyoro
Ahamagala
ebirungi byonna bisangibwa Bunyoro
Bunyoro Bunyoro
tukugonza muno Bunyoro
Oil City
kaniwe mutima kwa Uganda
Bunyoro Bunyoro
tukugonza muno
nimuhuliriza eiraka lya Bunyoro okuruga mu diaspora on TGM Radio.
Bunyoro Bunyoro tukugonza Bunyoro lindyo lino iraka lya Bunyoro mu diaspora kazina mukahulira kakazina kabaire kamani muno indeed Bunyoro ihanga lyaitu Bunyoro nitukugonza muno ninyowe hanu Carolina Juna Atenyi bulikiro host wa iraka lya Bunyoro mu diaspora ni tuli kiro kinu hanu TGM Radio and the program sponsored by Bunyoro Kitara Development Association. I just want, with that lovely song, I just want to give an apology to all our viewers and our listeners. Mwebale, thank you so much, first and foremost, for tuning in. Kandi nkwenda kubasabe kiganyiro today. Tutusoboire kuba na host waitu as we had planned. Omunyoro Wekitinisa, Omunyoro Birija, Steveni, Atenyi, tasoboire kuba hamnaitwe han today has Zoom neither in the studio for some reason, personal reasons, but we are not going, however, to give up on the show. We are still going to be hosting this. I'm still going to be hosting the show, and we will be talking, continue discussing the topic which was meant to be for today, that is the Bunyoro we want, and we are going to use the objectives of the iraka lya Bunyoro diaspora as a way of discussing the Bunyoro we want. And today with me in the studio, I'm privileged to be with our executive producer and the vice chairperson and the youth coordinator of Bunyoro Kitara Development Association. That is Wekitinisa, Samu Chitone, Rwakasaija Mulindwa, Arali, ali hamunaitwe hanu nagenda kuba na nyambaho kudiscussinga today the Bunyoro we want under the objectives of the voice of Bunyoro in the diaspora, because our objectives are in line with the Bunyoro we want. So nkobumba gambire ko tutasoboire kuba no Bunyoro Birija ningenda kusaba Wekitinisa Samuel Kitone Rwakasaija Mulindwa abeho bugambo buke obwa kubazaho nainywe sobole kuba nitconnectinga nainywe hairaka lya Bunyoro diaspora otyo muno Wekitinisa bayo bugambo buke obwo kugambira aba viewers baitu.
Thank you. Webare muno Atenyi for that introduction. Mabara, bit of correction. Amabara ni Banyeta Samuel Kitone Mulindwa Arari, not Rwakasaija. Oh. So just to connect
that. Sorry, I'm so sorry, dear. Sorry.
Yes. Ndinzarwa ya Mohororo Kagadi. Yes, and I grew up in Mubende, and then we moved to Kampala. So yeah, thank you very much for tuning in on this show, The Voice of Bunyoro. It is a privilege and the honor to be here talking about our great motherland. Thank you so much. As my colleague introduced already, that will be continuing under the theme, the Bunyoro we want. We believe that under Bunyoro we want, we can discuss on ways how we can achieve this. And the Voice of Bunyoro is a vehicle, is a tool we can use to reach there.
Amazing, amazing. Niwo gwo vice chairperson wa Bunyoro Kitara Development Association that sponsors this program. Kandi ali musajja wamani ali at the same time the executive producer of the Voice of Bunyoro in the Diaspora. Nko bwabagambire omukuru rally tinjagarukamu ebyabalize kyonka nitwenda straight away. By the way, this show is going to be interactive, so feel free to come in, discuss with us, tell us your views of how you want the Voice of Bunyoro to air our objectives and to make the Bunyoro we want. Feel free to call in. Our number is +44 7754 572890, and we will be answering. We will be letting you talk and tell us how you want the Voice of Bunyoro to deliver the objectives of the Bunyoro we want. Hati arali onganyire muno wekitinisa kusobya ibara lyawe kukweta rwakasaija amabara gano gan confusing, but onganyire muno wekitinisa kanire onganyire.
Yes, that's fine. That's fine.
Thank you. Hati, we want to discuss our objectives. And I know you being the vice chair of Bunyoro Kitara Development Association, where the Voice of Bunyoro started, or the concept started from that charity. You are very well aware of our objectives. So could you just tell us what the first objective of the Voice of Bunyoro, so that our viewers can interact and tell us what they think?
Yes, thank you very much, Ateng, and thank you, the viewers, again. Our regular viewers, thank you very much for all your support. We thank the entire Bunyoro Kitara Development Association members in the UK, those ones in the USA, Bunyoro Kitara Development Bunyoro Kitara USA, everyone who has been supporting us. We've been going for about 5 months. We are growing stronger each and every day, and we don't take your support for granted. Thank you so much. Yes, the objectives of the Voice of Bunyoro, we believe Bunyoro, being a region, Bunyoro Kitara, it serves a voice, and we believe that in this daily age is that media is powerful in communicating to the bigger world, and we believe we have a very, very, very rich culture as Bunyoro. We have great history, we have tourism, we have a lot of investment opportunities, and therefore those are some of the objectives that we at Voice of Bunyoro we intend to push and amplify to the entire world, for people to know what Bunyoro is about in terms of culture, history, and those other points that I mentioned.
Nkobuboine kizina nkumuhulire nywene kizina kyaitu mukiboine kibaini kibaza. It was actually the Voice of Bunyoro, the song we opened with this show, etwolekeze obugaiga bwetwina. Kandi I remember one of our guests, Warabano Ijuka Owekitinisa Samuel, one of our guests, the visitor Omunyuani wa Bunyoro, talked about the tourism industry that we have in Bunyoro. And most people were amazed by this guy. He was a Tanzanian man from Tanzania, but who just went to Bunyoro and just saw the riches we had in Bunyoro. Talked about Masindi, which we had never known. I personally had never known. Nkabantaka Manyaga Masindi is the oldest, Masindi Hotel is the oldest hotel in Uganda. So this is one of the objectives. We have so many things. We have Maction Falls with how many species of birds and animals, the big four, you find them there. Abajungu baruga kunu bulaya ni bagenda kura Maction Falls. Kurora, those big four, we are able to mention them. I don't know if that okijuka obutwasoboire kubazaho the big four that are in Maction Falls, but we may not mention them. So those are the things that I personally think tuina kumakinga sure a voice yaitu egambire bintu binu, told the people out in the global world about Bunyoro. aze kizina nko kibaye nikigamba eiraka ebunyoro yaitu nitugugonza muno because we have the riches, we have fertile land nko butuboine amajani tuine bikaijo bya Kinyara produces the best sugar in Uganda. Tuina fish in Lake Albert that many people never talked about. We had on our show the two lovely ladies who talked about that fish, Egesa, a very good, very nutritious fish. So hati turugire haselling bunyoro. Our culture, our tourism, our history, the great king. We have series of viewers ababaire bataka tuningire naitwe tuina series on Mukama Kabalega by the Omutalindwa Worukurato rwa Bunyoro Kitara, and it happens every end of the month. So what about the history? What do you have to say about the history of Bunyoro?
Yes, and yes, thank you, Ateni. The history of Bunyoro, it is rich. And the few series, as we've been, for those of you who have been following our series at the Voice of Bunyoro, and if you haven't, just go on our website, TGM Radio website. You can see all those clips and programs that were being showed. There is a rich history that has been talked about, and the main one, or the most one, we've got Kabalega, who was our king and made a lot of resistance in terms of colonialism, and you find that that history is rich, and when you look at Europe, or when you look at UK, all the artifacts that they have from Bunyoro, and that creates a strong bond between us, the Bunyoro, and the United Kingdom. So we can leverage the history and promote it, and in that sense, we can use our history as a resource or as a tool to sell Bunyoro. In terms of our history, things that happened, there's quite a lot of things that happened. The stool, the chair of the King Kabalega. There's quite ample things that are spread all over Europe, if not the world. We heard about Reverend Ura Kabalega, the last series, who studied in the UK, lived in the UK, and then later on migrated to travel the world, and then settled in the US. So all those things, that is all history, and that history is rich. There's not a lot of tribes or groups as Bunyoro that have got that sort of history.
I know.
And he left a blueprint which to us Bunyoro, we can follow it, and it can work in our advantage.
Amazing.
In terms of teaching the new generation, and of course learning from the elders who have got this history.
Yeah, I was intrigued when Omtalindwa talked about that Reverend. He says they called him by Kabarega, and this man has traveled, was the first black person to travel across the globe, and he goes back to Bunyoro. So you see the history that we do not know, and the Mutalindwa of Bunyoro is asking people in the diaspora, especially people in America, to look for this man's history. Apparently he had a charity, and its headquarters were registered to be in Hoima. At that time, I think Hoima was the royal, the city. At the time of Kabalega, when his dad was there. So I think the reason behind putting it in Hoima. So the Omtalindwa is asking most of us who live in the UK, where he studied, and those who live in America, to go and look for this man's lineage. Maybe they are parents, maybe they are his great children who could come back and uplift Bunyoro and bring back the glory of Bunyoro across the globe. And this is the history that we did not know. So I am very privileged that we are able to make it one of our objectives for the Voice of Bunyoro. And I'm sure if Mr. Birija was here, he would be telling us about this history. As he always says, Bunyoro is big. He always says we should be inclusive, welcome everyone, because that was what Nyoro means. So we're happy that we are able to discuss this. Our viewers, as I said, please feel free to come in, talk to us. I can read out your name and tell us what other objectives you would want the Voice of Bunyoro to do so as our motherland is promoted.
Yes, Ateny, I'll touch on tourism.
Yes.
As our objective. I believe you spoke, you spoke
Yeah.
and touched on the big fives at Kabalega Falls National Park. The big fives are hippopotamus, we've got lions, we've got buffaloes, elephants, and leopards. So those are the big fives. And furthermore, we have in Goma Forest, we have about 221 species of birds recorded. That's the one recorded. So there could be others which are not recorded. So as you can see, on that perspective, tourism, it's massive, it's big.
Yes.
To find all these animals in just one region, and tourists coming, to Kabalega National Park, it can attract a lot of opportunities in terms of tourism.
Yes. We are talking about the promoting. What about the investment opportunities? We have that as well. Is it one of our objectives to make sure that we encourage investors to come to Bunyoro, because we know that we have fertile land. I know you are personally connected to some big shot in the parliament here, who told us actually he has a love for Bunyoro. You remember?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Talk about that as well.
Yes, that's with the investment opportunities. We've got the Lord Poppet.
Yeah.
He's the UK Trade and Investment Envoy in the United Kingdom, and he gets every year over 500 million pounds.
Wow.
And that is directed to be invested in Uganda. In Uganda, it does not mean that a specific region, so it's all over Uganda. So that is an investment opportunities for us at Voice of Bunyoro to see what opportunities are there and what opportunities can we create collaboration, which is possibly our next point, discussing on, yes, we have the objectives, but how are we going to achieve them?
Yes.
The way we are going to achieve them, like those investment opportunities, we need to attract investors in Bunyoro. There is oil, there is all sorts of things, but how are we going to attract it? So attracting those investors is through Voice of Bunyoro, and in the due course, that's why we have a review of our show, such that in the next coming shows, we will be inviting different stakeholders, creating collaboration, and in different industries, creating partnerships with institutions such as the Kingdom of Bunyoro Kitara. It could be the TV, the local stations, create collaborations, and then support and promote Bunyoro in terms of investment. And then that will lead us to other international platforms and institutions such as London Chamber of Commerce, USA Chamber of Commerce, across the board, and then create that partnership and link and put those puzzles together. The film industry, promoting, creating content, and that content, interpreting it into opportunities, employment within Bunyoro region, through education, health sector, microfinance. All these finance institutions we can create collaborations, and then look at universities,
Yeah.
partnerships, scholarships, and then, push and promote, and that will create a way how we are going to reach there.
Yeah, I happened to be in a meeting on Zoom, via Zoom, with the Lord Puppet, is it? You said? Yeah, and he talked about cooperatives, bringing back cooperatives in Bunyoro, because he said he had special love for Bunyoro, and he was encouraging us while we were in that meeting. We were about five or six of us, to get cooperatives get back on form, because before we used to use them, and we have massive scientific ways of farming, so that we can be able to farm on large scale. He was talking about Simsim, for example. He said there's a big market for Simsim here in the UK, and he was encouraging us to work to do scientific farming on big scale, so that we are able to get that money, be able to do the Simsim. And he said if we do that, he was very sure that he can get us the market. So how do we then talk to the farmers in Bunyoro?
Yes,
for
so
example.
That goes back again to how are we going to reach there. So it is collaboration, conversation like this, and even other more platforms, the Voice of Bunyoro. And again, we are calling upon more partnership, to get people on the ground, the radio stations to promote these initiatives, and again the kingdom, because all the Bunyoro we want, we will not achieve it
By ourselves.
individually or
No.
ourselves.
Yeah.
So there is need of collaboration and partnerships, and there's some important pillars or aspects that will be a uniting factor or a contributing factor for us achieving this. And if we are going to talk about Bunyoro, we can't do it without the kingdom, and then without the kingdom, we can't do it without the government, and then the government, then you've got the international bilateral agreement, bilateral trade, and all that requires partnerships and collaborations.
Okay, that is some of our objectives of the Voice of Bunyoro in the diaspora, as we have discussed them. I don't know whether our viewers have picked them up, but if you have not, please, you can go back and revisit our recorded version of this show. It will be on TGM radio platform on Facebook. I'm just going to read out Owektinisa Sam Arali. Some of what our viewers are suggesting here. I can see one has said, thanks. Okay, I'll read out some. Atenya Alisi, thank you for tuning in. You know, Hadija Kisembo, who is our chair, Nawe Akusima, for us to be able to put up this show even when we're unable to host our guest today. We did not give up. Atenya Ali says she liked the song that opened the show. Thank you very much, engineer, for bringing us that lovely song. Aneti Kabanyoro, as usual, is thanking as well and saying the song was beautiful. Daisy Martha, thank you for tuning in. Mwebale kuhereza, tukugezaho, munanyo mwebale kutufollowinga nywena. Tugume Tibaingana Freddy, mwebale muno Caroline, thank you for appreciating. Kabanyoro is Akusima, executive producer. Thank you for all the hard work. Atenyi na gosh, they're all saying thank you. But I want to see some questions here. John Lugard from Dubai, thank you so much for appreciating. Nitwo tulimu tukukora to promote tourism in Bunyoro, naye webale kusima kiki. Betty Kiarisima, naye webale muno kusima. Waman Rosette, thank you for joining us. Bye to Baguma Deo. But as a true sons and daughters of Kabalega, our inherit rights are undermined on a serious case. Arali, what do you have to say about that? He's saying,
Yeah.
as sons and daughters of Kabalega, our inherent rights are undermined on a serious case. That is under history, what we are trying to promote. So Baguma Deo is wondering, how can we go about it that our rights are not undermined?
Well, again, it's a vehicle. It's a vehicle. We create a vehicle if there is a problem or an issue that we identify within the community, like what one of the viewers is asking or putting a comment about, is creating a team, identifying respective institutions, and then we articulate our point, argue our point, using all different means and individuals from the local level to the schools, universities, create a debate, a discussion about it, and then take it to the next level. So I think there is a need of a lot of talking and a lot of action and discussion, and then problem solving.
Kandi na nyoni nyongera aho. Why nyonkutekereza waki they undermine our right, our inheritance right? Habo kuba naitwa abanyoro titukurugayo kusupporting what we have. We are not proud of what we have. Ekizina kitugambire straight abantu bona hanu bakusima what we have in Bunyoro. But we cannot stand and defend what we have. Abandi tutukwenda kurugayo kubaza tuli banyoro. Obandi tutukwenda kubaza orunyoro lukutuswaza. Obutuyija handi tweyeta abatoro, tweyeta abanyankole, tweyeta abakiga, tweyeta abandi, tweyeta abaganda. Kandi tumanyire history yaitu. You know, so ask the Banyoro not to be undermined. We need to be proud of what we have. Be able to speak about the Bunyoro we want, just as we are doing. Hati abakutuhuliriza. For example, we want people to come and talk about Bunyoro on this show. We look, executive Owekitinisa Sam, you're the one who looks for these people. It is technically very hard for us to get people to come and voice out what and talk for Bunyoro. They are not there. We do not have these people. We have to keep using the same people. A few people come up and are ready to talk about the history of Bunyoro, or they are ready to talk about the culture. We do not have this culture written. Nkwenda kusima Owekitinisa Rakasaija. He's a young man based in the US, but he has put his whole life to do so much research about Bunyoro, the history, the culture. On Facebook, he's always writing, talking about our clans. We need someone to come and talk about the clans of Bunyoro. People do not know. I was in a party last time, and I said, I'm a Bunyoro, and I told some guy I am a Mzira. And he said, you people, do you have clans? I was so shocked. And I said, what do you mean? Clans started from Bunyoro. We are the first people to have clans, according to history. And the guy said he's a Msoga, who is very proud to be associated in Bunyoro, but he didn't know that Bunyoros have culture. I mean clans. So we need someone, abakutuhuliriza, tukwenda omuntu araija akabaza ha clans za Bunyoro. I was told, Mutalindwa last time in our show, mentioned, I think you remember, he mentioned we started with 17 clans, and now he says there are over 20 clans. So we need someone who knows all the clans in Bunyoro to come and discuss these clans on the Voice of Bunyoro,
yes,
so that people know that we have clans.
Yes.
So that we know we don't marry each other.
Yes.
My
yes.
mom is talking about marriage, Kaikuru Alisa to Gonza, but we would find ourselves marrying each other,
yes,
because we do not talk about our clans.
Yes.
So people out there, we need people to come and stand and speak for Bunyoro,
yes,
so that we are not undermined.
Yes, just adding on
yes,
what you say there, because the Voice of Bunyoro, we are looking at solutions.
Yes.
Solutions in whatever aspect that is there, where Bunyoro is concerned. My challenge is, but I'll give you a sense or a voice of hope,
yeah,
and I'll give it to the rest of the viewers,
yes,
that the Voice of Bunyoro is going strength to strength. We are getting contacts, connections throughout Europe, throughout the world, and we will be in a due course, we'll be talking about different topics and finding solutions and then actioning on them. But again, I would put a challenge to our viewers
Yes.
and all the Banyoro across the world, because this radio, you can listen to it anywhere,
Anytime, yeah.
anywhere, anytime, on different platform, on website, on an app, on Facebook, on a website, you can watch it. So let us create mini groups with focused elements. I'll go to one of our viewers, Diana Kemirembe.
Yeah.
She mentioned about mental health.
Yes.
So yes, we are more than happy, because mental health
Is an
is
issue.
an issue, and when it comes to culture, mental health
Is not talked
is not
about.
talked about.
Yeah.
Is seen in all different ways.
Yeah.
I remember when I was growing up in Mubende, I could see some people young, they were being tied on tree, but what they've got is mental health. There's not demons, is not anything wrong. So again, the challenge is with these, you as an individual, they say change begins with me,
Within us.
within me. So you cannot say, okay, let's talk about this. So let it begin with you. If it is close to your heart, create a team. It doesn't matter wherever you are in the
we
world.
can reach you.
We are getting contacts in Australia,
Yeah.
Belgium,
Yeah.
Dubai, Italy, the Netherlands. So we are collaborating. So if you are,
Mali.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. So we are collaborating, and in the process, then we can approach different sponsors, different well wishes, and then we use that, because money makes money.
Yes.
Even us being on air now is
We-
because money. So if we don't have money
We want
to
be able
maintain
to
this,
do-
we'll not be here.
Yes.
So we need even those programs, even those, we don't want to talk about mental health or tourism, or we want stakeholders, we want partnership which are going to generate money.
Money.
They generate money, and then our region will grow. This promotion of the middle income country or region, we need these service providers, we need business, we need factories, we
Yeah.
need all those things, and
Yeah.
they are through collaboration. So
Alice at Gonza is saying we need to promote health and well-being for the people of Bunyoro. As an executive producer, please, we can note that, or we'll look at the chart and see how to go about it. The same thing with Diana Kemirembe's suggestion on mental health. As Diana Kemirembe as well has talked about land preservation. We need people to come and talk about land in Bunyoro, because it's a big issue. I don't know who we can invite to talk about the land issue in Bunyoro, because everyone is crying about land grabbing in Bunyoro. We need a big discussion, and we need to find solution on how to help our people back home. Nelson Wamani is talking about, thanks for the work. How relevant is the kingdom to the local people? Can the kingdom exist without land, as most of us Bunyoro have lost land? That is the land Kemirembe was talking about. Abanyoro na Abanyoro Kati, I'm sorry we started late, because we were having to connect with our guest, Mr. Birija, but we are going to go for a short break and return. And please call in, give us your views about what you think about the vision of the Voice of Bunyoro, and please discuss with us, and we'll be following everything on the chat. We may not be able to cover everything today, but we will do our best to respond and get in touch with everyone who has suggested something. As Arali has said, we need a team. We want to build a strong team that will talk about the effects and how to improve Bunyoro, our motherland. Mutyo muno Abanyoro na Abanyoro Kati na Friends of Bunyoro, tugenda garuka turugire hakuhumura, turole biki ebindi ebitukusobora kubazaho about the Bunyoro we want, and how to take ahead Bunyoro, the voice of Bunyoro in the diaspora, and fulfill our objectives. Mutyo muno katugaruke after the break. Bye.
Nimuhuliriza iraka lya Bunyoro kuruga mu diaspora. on TGM Radio.
On this mountain of prayer, I wanna see your hand of mercy. Let the softness of your wind blow into my soul. When I lift my voice in prayer, may the heaven open for me. Let your power fall on me. This mountain, Lord, I pray. On the mountain, on the mountain, on the mountain, let your power fall on me. Let your power fall on me. On the mountain, on the mountain. Your presence fill me up. Fill me up, fill me up, fill me up. On the mountain, on the mountain, on the mountain. Let your power fall on me. Let your power fall on me. On the mountain, on the mountain. Ooh, your presence fill me up. Harusozi kusaba nekandolo mukuno gwawe umuyaga gworusinge gutaha mu moyo gwange unyemukira kanyange leke iguru likinguke amamigawe gangweho harusozi ninsaba harusozi amanigawe gangweho harusozi kubaho kwawe kunyijuze. On the mountain, on the mountain, on the mountain, let the power fall on me. Let the power fall on me. On the mountain, on the mountain, let your presence fill me up. Fill me up, fill me up, fill me up. On the mountain, on the mountain, on the mountain, let your power fall on me. Let your power fall on me. On the mountain, on the mountain. Ooh, your presence fill me up.
Mwebale muno kuija kuhuliriza iraka lya Bunyoro kuruga mu diaspora on TGM Radio. Mwebale muno kuija kuhuliriza iraka lya Bunyoro kuruga mu diaspora on TGM Radio.
Hello ba viewers na ba listeners baitu mwebale kurugayo hakuhumura nkabulikiro ninyowe Carolina Juna Atenyi na Rally chair wa Bunyoro, vice chair wa Bunyoro Kitara Development Association kandi executive producer weiraka lya Bunyoro diaspora. Hati tubaire tukia discussing about the youth and the elders in the community. Arali, how are we going to bridge the gap
Um,
between the youth and the elders in the community?
Yes, like what I said before in the beginning, is that we are this 21st century, and we have the elders, then we have the youth. So there is history and there is culture. So there is a conflict of culture there with the older generation and the new generation. So we will need to collaborate, and we will need time and projects that will enable to educate the young people, Eminyeto, to come up and take responsibility and take control of their future and what is going to lie ahead.
Yes.
Yeah, so we need the elder people. So, like projects. When you look at the UK, there is a lot of projects that are engaging young people.
Yes.
So the same with Bunyoro, we will need to have, there is some young people Bunyoro that are here, the young people, we have the elders, is to create that conversation, to create a discussion, and out of that discussion, a debate. Because the young people of these days, they do whatever they want to do. They
Yes.
don't want things that are boring, but it's to sit down and have a conversation with them, and identify and show them what really lies ahead them through those discussions, instead of the older people to stay with the old mentality, old things. Things have changed, but again, our history is there and our culture is there. So if we combine those with the new generation, because like the new generation, they're very, very innovative, they are entrepreneur oriented,
Yes.
and that's what needs. We put in skills that people learn skills, and that skills they can stay with them for the rest of their life.
Amazing.
And yeah.
So the bridge will of course have to have a discussion, as you said, Kandi Iwenko, the vice chair of the Bunyoro Kitara Development Association here in the UK, and the youth coordinator at the same time. I think you need to start this conversation to make sure that the youth and the elders get together so that they share the experience. Abakuru bagambira abato, na abato bayamba abakuru to forward Bunyoro ahead via social media, all the new forms of communication that have come up.
Yes, just adding on that, we are already speaking to a few organizations. Those are young people's organizations. We've got KISA Uganda.
Yes.
That is Bunyoro Kitara Student Association.
Yeah.
We're in contact with them. That is through Bunyoro Kitara Development Association. We are coordinating with Bunyoro Kitara USA, with the youth. We are building up a team of young people in UK and coordinating across the board in Europe and other parts of the world. We are speaking to Bunyoro Kitara Nursing Student Association.
Amazing.
So we are connecting with young people, and
so we
then
are building the partnership, basically. And
yes. That one will be supplemented by the elders and the expertise that we have within our community. Yeah.
Amazing. Kemirembe Diana, you have requested, or you've said you're ready to talk about the mental health, and we will be getting in touch with you. You're one of our fluent usual supporter, and we are very more than willing to work with you. And so the executive producer Alom Studio Nanyowe today aija kuba na kucontactinga so that you come and talk about mental health on the Voice of Bunyoro in the diaspora. Webale muno Diana, timanyire empako yawe. Next time please tell me your empako nsobole kusima omungeso za Bunyoro. Otyo muno arali Diana omuteke halisti yaitu. of the guests, guests that would be invited on the Voice of Bunyoro. Tugende omu maiso Arali. Biki bintu ki ebikugenda kutuyamba ku forward our history, our culture. Could you just tell us some of these projects that are being done across the globe, here in the UK, in the US, so that people know about them?
Yes. Thank you once again. I will direct our viewers on our website. Is www.bunyoro-kitara uk.org.
Yes.
Go on our website, see our objectives. There is an email there, which is bunyoro-kitara uk@gmail.com. Send us an email, send us your views, any project, any addition and suggestions. We will follow them through in terms of our objectives. We are working in partnership with Bunyoro-Kitara USA. There is a convention underway. It's in 2021. I'll recommend you and I'll suggest every well-wisher, Bunyoro, friends of Bunyoro,
yes.
anyone looking for, yeah.
A way to the US.
Yes. Yes. So
it's a way to lead us to the promised land, the
yes.
United States of America.
Yes.
Yes.
So the website is the convention website.
Yes.
Is if you go on Bunyoro-Kitara convention, you can register. There is early bird tickets going
yes.
on.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about COVID. Don't worry about anything.
It will be gone by then.
Bunyoro first.
Yes.
We are putting Bunyoro first. Whether COVID is around or
not.
Bunyoro will stay there. Bunyoro first.
Because nitumugonza muno nyina itwe Bunyoro.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So there is that. And if you look at the program there, you see there's so many initiatives, so many activities from investment, culture. There's going to be speakers. There is a youth section. So it's a great innovative and it's a great first ever Bunyoro convention. And who knows, maybe next year it's going to be in the US, maybe it's going to be in Uganda, maybe it's going to be in Belgium, maybe it's going to be in Canada. So you never know. So support now the first ever Bunyoro convention in the US.
Webale muno arali kubaliza akutera karango ka convention ya US na nyowe hati ngenda kubaliza Bunyoro-Kitara Development Association hanu omu UK. Chairperson waitu omukuru owektinisa Hadija Kisembo Mbabazi akuruga kuhandiko mu chat. I will read what she writes. She writes, good leadership too is important. To continue with what we started, we have organized an AGM scheduled to take place on the 26th of September 2020. Omwezi gunu, we are electing new members and we invite people in the UK to participate. Send your expression of interest to Bunyoro-Kitara at gmail.com. Nkarali nko bwatugambire website yaitu na email, it is bunyoro-kitara uk@gmail.com. Inywena abanyoro abali hano mu UK, kababe muri mu London, oba muri Birmingham, oba muri kangambe Midlands, oba South of England, inywena tukubamanyisa hierarchy ya Bunyoro om diaspora that we are going to have a annual general meeting for Bunyoro-Kitara Development Association, and on that day we'll choose or we'll elect a new board So we are inviting you, all of you, to participate on the 26th of September, because Bunyoro Kitara Development Association has done so much, a lot of work here in the UK. It has supported the Banyoros. It had its own objectives, as you all know. We have our website. Please go on it and see the objectives of Bunyoro Kitara Development Association here in the UK. Kandi murole emazire emyaka abiri nenga 25 years.
Over 25 years.
Over 25 years. It's a very...
Just out of, just in putting it in context, Bunyoro Kitara Development Association is one, or if not, the first ever charity introduced in the UK. That was in 1996.
Yeah.
96. And its main objective was helping with the Banyoro in the UK through different aspects, and it did a fantastic job.
And you still want for it to continue doing that fantastic job.
Yes. So wherever you are, adding on what you said on the date, on the AGM, it's going to be, because of COVID, there's going to be limited people.
Yeah.
But again, there is a link that people can come in. There's someone who asked the question before. Change begins with me.
Yeah.
So wherever you are, and you are Munyoro, you cannot do it on your own. We need to do it as a community.
Yeah.
So, and within this AGM, that's where we can discuss how and where we want Bunyoro Kitara to be in the next 5, if not 100 years.
Yes, the Mutalindo has said, a star, a hero is made after 100 years. So probably this time round, we are going to get another hero that is going to replace Omukama Kabalega the Great. So inywe na abanyoro tukwatagane, as someone suggested in this chart, that the only way for us, the Banyoros, to move forward is to work together as united as we can, as Nkobagamba, Abajungu, united,
we
stand, divided,
we fall.
Itu abanyoro tugamba tutaka, what is our title? Yakabalega. Die or die. So tukwenda nywe na abanyoro tukwatagane. Please mark those important events. The Bunyoro Kitara Development Association UK annual general meeting, which is supposed to be taking place on the 26th of September, omwaka gunu, omwezi gunu. Then convention ya US, itwe na abanyoro na friends na abanyoro kati, inywena, please make sure you get involved in this convention, because it's the way we are going as well to continue voicing our Bunyoro, our motherland. So inywena mugende ha Alebad, mugure ticket season ko Bunyoro kitone nko bwagambire, itwena tuyambangane to forward our great motherland Bunyoro. Hati Aral, I know you're a business person or a entrepreneur. You be a business team. Manya kubaza, mukubaza aho nyina degree. By to business, what can we do? Itwaba emienda ya Bunyoro hanu. Tusobole kuatagana, tutunge sente, tugene tuyamba abantu bomuka. Na itu hanu ituenka tuyambi. You are a businessman.
It's all to do with numbers. Numbers. We need the Banyoro to come together. The Banyoro, we need to come together, and once we are together, then we can start the conversation. Before that, there can be a million ideas, there can be all sorts of ideas, but they are not going to go off the ground. But on that note, I would wish to send or express my gratitude, or our gratitude, on behalf of the Voice of Bunyoro.
Yes.
The support we've received from all our viewers.
Yes. And
mainly with no particular order.
Utabaza mawara.
No. As I said, we've had, like what I said before, we need collaboration.
Yes.
We need partnership.
Yes.
So when you look at Omtalindwa, the speaker of Orukurato, Rwabunyoro, he's supported us right from the beginning,
Yes.
the past 5 months. As we said, we are looking at the review
Yes.
of the show. So it would be unfair of Voice of Nyoro
Not recognizing.
not
I
recognizing
know.
that.
Yeah.
And the above all, again, there is the chair of BKDA,
Yes.
our current chair. So and the entire executive, they've been extremely supportive.
Yes.
The past 5 months,
Yes.
we cannot go without recognizing them. And you mentioned already Akik Kugonza, the U.S. and the entire team in the U.S. They produce the guests, all the guests that we've had,
Amazing. They've been amazing.
who are very active members of BKDA
Yes.
in UK, and all the friends of Bunyoro we've had here, and even those ones who are yet to come.
Yes.
So I thought that it would be a disjustice by not recognizing, because it's a lot of effort
Yeah.
and time during this pandemic that people sacrifice their time
And research.
and research and then come and talk about our motherland.
Amazing.
So
Thank
it's
you.
partnership.
Yeah.
Partnership. We need partnership as many as possible in all industries, in business, in agriculture, in film industry, education, healthcare. We need collaboration. That's when we are going to make money and then help back home.
Yes. And on top of that, I also want to appreciate all our viewers and listeners, people who have been with us from the time we started viewing or putting this show across. They have been so supportive and they have not given up. Even when we turn up late, they still stay with us. They are still watching us. And I also want to say to all our viewers out there, thank you so much for the support you've given us. Some people are still coming in. I just want to read their comments. Divasan Beloved, I don't know whether I've mentioned the name well. Kionkawe Bale Muno. He says, this is a comment from Beloved, Divasan Beloved. Bunyoro needs one voice, especially with the kingdom, political leaders, and the technocrats, plus the youth, which you have already mentioned. Webale muno, but what we are asking our viewers, please give us your recommendations of these people that you want us to work with to make this one voice. If you know anyone that you think can be of great use and voice out the needs of Bunyoro, please get in touch with us through our website of Bunyoro Kitara Development Association. Come to us as the I am always on Facebook. Carolina Juna Chibuka Arali Kitone is always on Facebook. The Voice of Bunyoro on TGM Radio. You can write in at any time and we will follow your comments. Please give us the names of the people you think can support to make this voice one voice that you're talking about. Barbara Kemigisha akusimire ota arali nkurora naiwe okusomaho. Barbara Kemigisha nawe, I think he's suggesting David King's songs. Thank you for that. Diana Kemrembe, amazing. I am on the fundraising committee and we are working on proposals for grants to fund the goals and objectives of Bunyoro Kitara International. Yes, I love Bunyoro. I know we can all work together to achieve our common goal. That is Bunyoro, that is Diana Kemrembe talking about Bunyoro International. Please also go on their website and you see all this information on the website of Bunyoro Kitara International. Kasaija Kugonza Ra Kasaija, please talk about our convention. Akiki tugibalizo. Akiki tugibalizo, tusobora kurugaho tutagibalizo, otherwise you will not do us a good favor as you always do. Nkujoking ekyo nkusandara kiki otafayo atenyi ogamba kimama. Diana, I hope the presenter has your contact. Yes, we do have Diana's contact. Nibyebyo aba viewers baitu, unless you have anything else you want us to talk about. I think most of the things have been covered. Kandi no wire nabo nibutugendaho arali. You talked about fundraising. I know omukuru Atuoki Katuramu, He's not here today, but he's always encouraging us to talk about fundraising for this program. He thinks it's a brilliant program, and his overview that we should get people to sponsor this program for at least a year. So how are we going to work on the fundraising of Voice of Bunyoro so that we are able to air this program every single Sunday, with our engineer not giving up, with TGM not giving us free things at the moment, because they think we are a charity. But there is a time where they will reach and say, you know what, Voice of Bunyoro, off you go. We need money. So how are we going to work on the fundraising or sponsorship of the Voice of Bunyoro, Iwenka executive producer?
Well, it goes back to the point I mentioned in the beginning, is that collaboration. So we are looking for collaboration with each and everyone.
Yes.
With what is close to their heart.
Yes.
We are looking for like the elders. You mentioned, we say the elders and the youth.
Yes.
You mentioned Ateny Katuram. Atwoki Katuram.
Stephen.
Atwoki Stephen Katuram. So you mentioned about him. So we need projects which are led. So we need an individual to lead that.
Yes.
And once they lead that, then the rest can come and support, which I've seen from our viewers. Everyone is willing to support and see that Bunyoro becomes great again. So it is, the fundraising will happen, but we need everyone on board.
Fast.
And we need people to come very fast, and we need them to come forward within these engagement meetings, within like the AGM, which is coming up.
Yes.
BKDA,
Yes.
USA has got
Convention.
every fortnight there is meetings there
Yeah.
about the preparation of the convention. Let us have that conversation, and then let us support it in terms of sustaining what we are doing and the cause that we are doing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Nkobo osiimire gabantu arali oyemererwe kusiima TGM radio, the board of TGM radio, who have given us free airtime. Kuba able to voicing our voice of Bunyoro on TGM is done free of charge. We would want to take this opportunity kusiima muno aba TGM radio, omukuru engineer White Ivan Amoti, aba muganda baitata agenda kuija atandikire kuija kuno White empaka Moti. Tumusima muno, he's always with us here in the studios, giving us those lovely songs. Ebizine ebyo byone bimurora ha TGM. Omukuru ali ha board ya TGM, engineer Ivan niwe abiselectinga, na kazina kakizire kuba kamani today niwe akaselectingire. Webale muno Amoti, TGM mugitusimire. Send our appreciation to the TGM board for allowing us to air the Voice of Bunyoro free of charge.
Yes.
Ninyenda garuka kubaza Denori Mbabazi, thank you for this. Maybe some effort should be directed towards writing about history, geography, resources, resource mapping. Wow. I was looking for the history etc, but only found book written in 1950s by a former administrator. Mbabazi, just to let you know, if you go on the website of Bunyoro Kitara US, you'll get so many books there. And also to let you know that Omutalindwa wa Rukurato Akiki Kalembe, Owektinisa Akiki Kalembe is going to be writing. We have Owektinisa Kihumuro has written so much about Bunyoro. We have so many writers who have written about the history and geography of Bunyoro, and I'm sorry I did not come with the books. We have a list of them, but if you visit the Bunyoro Kitara US website, you see all this material and you see the books to buy. Someone is from Dubai, I think. Is it possible for me who is in UAE? I think he wants to be Tibaingana Fred. I don't know whether you want to be invited as a guest. Please write on the chat and tell us what you want us to do for you, because you just said, is it possible for me who is in UAE? Question mark. I don't know.
Yeah, so collaboration. We are looking for collaborations all
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
the globe. Just a point of to note
Yeah.
is that we are expanding our teams. We
Yes.
will be having teams, a dedicated team in Uganda, and very soon there will be a team in possibly Bunyoro
Yes.
or Bunyoro region, Bunyoro Kitara region. And TGM, thank you very much, TGM, for accommodating us.
Yes.
But again, TGM is creating a satellite branch in Uganda.
Amazing.
So we will be able to work with you closer, and if you have businesses, if you've got organizations that you can use our platform here at TGM Radio. There will be soon. We will be directing you, giving you the details on whom to contact, who our appointed representatives are going to be, and yeah. So watch out for that.
And just to say, next week on Sunday, we will be hosting someone all the way from Australia.
Yes.
So
yes.
you see, amazing how Voice of Bunyoro is reaching every part of the world, is getting people there. So wait for our guest who will be coming in. Mysterious guest
Yes.
who will be coming all the way from Australia.
Yeah.
She will have to wake up very, very early in the morning, around 3 a.m. in the morning, to just be on the Voice of Bunyoro. Amazing.
Yeah.
That is what we want from you people, our viewers. Someone sacrificing her sleep to stay awake until 3 a.m. in the morning to be a guest on the Voice of Bunyoro. That is so amazing. I cannot wait to host her. Again, to read out a few of our viewers' comments. Tibaingana Fred Steele is saying, Steve Birija, we need him more on this road. Since he is a historian, he knows more about Bunyoro. Yes, Tibaingana Freddy Omukuru Stephen Birija is with us on board. Unfortunately, today he was unable to come, but as you know, he was our guest, and we will continue to invite him to speak more about the Bunyoro we want.
Just to look at the comments there, someone requested there that the one from Middle East or from Saudi Arabia or Dubai,
Yes.
is asking, can they? So they wanted to find out if they can go and attend the convention. Yes, you can again attend the book. The first thing to do,
Is buy the
book
early
your
bird.
ticket
Yeah.
and the early bird before the prices go up. Buy the early bird. Then you know you're ready to go.
Amazing.
The rest, the team will contact you and tell you procedures of obtaining a visa and so forth.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And on the other note, people may be wondering, why are they putting on these similar T-shirts? I just want to tell people that the Bunyoro Kitara Development Association, in conjunction with Voice of Bunyoro in the diaspora, thought of this idea of creating special T-shirt in memory or in honor of the great king, our great king Omukama Chwatu Kabalega. So we decided to come up with these T-shirts. They have the Kabalega name up here. And then we have our pet names. I'm called Atenyi. And my colleague is Arali. So we have our pet name on the arms, both arms. And then the name Kabalega here. And at the back, we have Bunyoro, the Bunyoro we want. So if you want, please feel free to contact us. They are amazing T-shirts. These are the colors of the kingdom, blue and white and red. That's why we decided to make this color. And that's why you see our color of the Voice of Bunyoro is blue, red, and white, just as the kingdom of Bunyoro Kitara, the kingdom that we love, the motherland of Bunyoro. Arali is now my model. So please feel free to contact us and get these amazing T-shirts on our website. And you know, as you buy these T-shirts, a certain percentage goes to Bunyoro Kitara Development Association, a charity that has been helping Bunyoro people in the UK. It has been in existence for over 25 years. We are the only tribe or group of people in Bunyoro that have a charity for that long. So you say this is the Bunyoro we are talking about, the Bunyoro we want. When I talk about Bunyoro, I feel my heart is pumping. My
Good.
blood
Great.
is full of Bunyoro.
Yes.
So Arali,
Yes.
any comments?
Yes.
Before we leave?
Yes. The last one, oh, not the last one, but one of the comment is
are going to stay here the whole day.
Yes, is I know I mentioned recognizing people,
Yes.
but I believe those ones with to do with the voice of Bunyoro. Now I'll switch back to BKDA.
Yes.
I know I recognize the current chair that was to do with the voice of Bunyoro. Now I'm going to step away and
wait. Owekitinisa Fred Kisembo. Tali niwe Fred Kisembo. I ningira David Kisembo. Kwaguza, how much are the t-shirts going for?
Yes, the t-shirts are in production.
Yes.
So go on our website.
Yes.
All the prices will be there. There will be different sizes, different colors. The prices will be there. So just go there on the website or drop us an email. Someone will respond to you back who is in that department.
Amazing. Thank you. Okay.
Yes.
Over
Then,
to you.
with this amazing BKDA, which is Bunyoro Kitara Development Association, again, this association, it has had a series of leaders,
Yes.
chairs, and they've done a fantastic job. So I don't have the list with me, but yes, there is quite
We have had about 10 chairpersons.
yes.
Yes, ever since
names.
I cannot remember all of them, but I will remember a few. Owekitinisa Godwin Magezi.
Yep.
Owekitinisa Patrick Kamese.
Yes.
Owekitinisa Alisa Tenya Tugonza.
Yes.
Owekitinisa
Your mom.
Owekitinisa Samuel Karuhanga Adieri.
Yes.
Owekitinisa
Margaret.
Sechitoleko.
Yes.
Owekitinisa, what's that name? Abiona Gertrude. Owekitinisa Abiona Gertrude.
Yes.
Owekitinisa Hadija Kisembo.
Yes.
Owekitinisa, who else? Owekitinisa the one who lives in Birmingham, in Sheffield.
Patrick. Oh,
munyijukizeho atenyi
Okay, all right.
atenyi nyamba,
yes.
but we have tried to mention all of them.
Yes.
Simon Owekitinisa Simon Isingoma.
Yes. Yes.
If we have missed you, please do
and
not
all,
think
and
we
all
have not recognized you.
all other executives,
Yes.
they may have not been chairs or held a particular post.
Yes.
But all those active.
Yes.
And then there is the King's representative.
Yes.
Daisy Byaruhanga.
Daisy Byaruhanga Owekitinisa Daisy Byaruhanga webale emirimo y'omukama
Yes.
yobalina okora.
Yes. And there is Prince
Mukasa
Aristo.
Yes.
So again, when I mention about the collaboration, we call upon if there is, I don't know how many King's representative, whether in the US, whether in China, whether in Dubai, whether in India, please get in touch with the Voice of Bunyoro, such that we can create that link and work together.
Amazing.
Yes.
I have seen so many people have talked about the t-shirts. Yes. By the way, Christine Majara, thank you so much also. Christine has been a secretary for BKDA for ages. And she's always on Facebook. She's always following us up. She had volunteered to do all the Facebook's pages for us. Abwoli webale muno byone byokoleire Bunyoro Kitara Development n'abandi bona abetutasoboire kubaza arohanu Freddy ogambire tibayingana Freddy, you said you're going to ask for a friend request. Please do, and we will be in touch and I'll give you more information. Please, I'm Caro Chibuka on Facebook. Savea Kisembo Vincent Amoti, mwebale muno chali kuhereza abantu baitu omu diaspora. Amoti webale muno kusima, naitwe nainyo mwebale ge imukoro okwo, wherever you are. Henry is asking, how can I get more information about the convention, Mr.
If you look on the tab, there on comments, there's a website there, but I'll read you the website. I'll put it. It's if you go on www.bunyoro-kitara.org, you'll find all details there about the convention.
Yes, amazing. Arali akugarukiremu Eke Henry, where to go if you want more information about the convention. Okala Burungi Gladys, I'm watching from Saudi Arabia. We love you, many people. Yes, atenyu webale tumazegetu amutunga owekitinisa Simon Singoma nikyo kimuna Christine mwebale kutuijukiza mwebale muno Jole Judith Maureen all the work abo bona Jole owekitinisa Jole is a Lord. She was here with us last week talking about emikubi ya Bunyoro nebyokulya na Maureen owekitinisa Maureen onkobunya bagambire treasurer wa Bunyoro Kitara Development Association no Tinisa Amoti Judith Kisembo. She has been on the executive board for many years. Nywena mwebale muno chali ababunyoro Kitara Development Association ba executive ba chair baitu nko butubagambire. Innocent, yes mwebale kukora nuto tugeza muno kukolera Bunyoro. Hati nko mumanyire time engineer wa TGM at more time today. We have been able to discuss. Thank you so much all of you who have been on the chat, who have stayed with us. I cannot believe we are still with all our viewers. Over 20 people are watching us live. That's how amazing Bunyoro Kitara is becoming. People are interested.
Let's make Bunyoro Kitara great again.
Kabalega lega. Kabalega
lega.
Amina. Hati ni tugenda kuba nturuga have a line. Nkabulikiro ni nyenda kuba ijukiza niriye irakari ya Bunyoro diaspora. The voice of Bunyoro in the diaspora. Every Sunday. Sponsored by Bunyoro Kitara Development Association. It happens every Sunday at
on
7.
TGM Radio.
On TGM Radio, 7 o'clock sharp. Please do follow us again on all our apps as you see on our adverts that we do. Please make sure you tune in next Sunday same time and we'll be back
same place.
Of course they will be on the same place. We will be hosting the amazing lady. We will not tell you who she is.
Mysterious
person.
Yes.
I can't wait.
Okay.
So we are going off air. Mukama abalinde nywena mubene weekend nungi ahead of us. Mwebale kutusupportinga kandi mwebale nebyo byona ebimubalize naitwe kirokinu mutuganyire muno tusoboire kubaletera owekitinisa Steven Birija baitu nitujja kuba nituba nawe another time. Mutyo muno abanyoro n'abanyoro kati na ba friends of Bunyoro. Stay connected. Bye. Ruhanga Linde.
Mwebale muno kuhuliriza eirakali ya Bunyoro kuruga mu diaspora on TGM Radio. Until next time, mwikale kurungi.
Uganda angalyaitu mukanwa akazina tukuzina hali Bunyoro. Blesseneli John Tekamfa Little Ivan tuli basini ba Bunyoro.
Bunyoro Kitara tukugonzanye naite itwabana beyanga abakutame kitinisa lero turakoraki tukugize Mukama nitwijuke kitinisa eke angalia tu Bunyoro.
bunyoro kaniwe mutima gwa Uganda tukugonza muno bunyoro ebirungi byona bisangibwa bunyoro tukugonza muno bunyoro kaniwe mutima gwa Uganda tukugonza muno bunyoro ebirungi byona bisangibwa bunyoro bantu iwe kambagambire ebyensi tebitwina ebitubaire tutamanyire bantu byo tubibyambire bunyoro twine by'obugayiga byakabalega kabamanyire wakana bajungu kwijo omunuka mu Uganda bunyoro tukwasireke okubanza ettaka litwina ettaka lirungi muno ettaka likweza ebyokulya tikikabaga kizibu bunyoro yaitu bwe balitukuza
ekibira kya budongo kituwa embaawo z'amaanyi kituweereza enjula ekanu netumala ennyanja mwitanzige etuweereza enkinungi ndeke nzinire bunyoro lito I can tell them yena ukarumorole amaizi nkukakwetawula ogende akikonko kya butyabwa matizo ni folusi national park esibabajungu nibaija okurambula bunyoro
tukugonza muno bunyoro kaniwe mutima gwa Uganda tukugonza muno bunyoro ebirungi byona bisangibwa bunyoro tukugonza muno bunyoro kaniwe mutima gwa Uganda tukugonza muno bunyoro ebirungi byona bisangibwa bunyoro
Praise to music.
mundeke mbaze ala mafuta akafaire bunyoro tundankaho tuke chontesi bunyoro yaitu ekokere ositi buli muntu wena akubyayana nelisi
kabantamanyire bunyoro naitwe tulimanyibwa kuruka kabalega yafwire bunyoro mazima kotwayibwa baitu ati oil city efokere oil city buli muntu wena agonza puloti mu oil city
ekore lya kinyara iturukia sukali buli muntu nenda anyuma nanulira bunyoro
tukugonza muno bunyoro
ositi
kaniwe mutima gwa Uganda tukugonza muno bunyoro ebirungi byona bisangibwa bunyoro tukugonza muno bunyoro kaniwe mutima gwa Uganda tukugonza muno bunyoro
mwebale muno kuhuliriza eiraka lya bunyoro okuruga mu diaspora on TGN Radio. Until next time, mwikale kurungi.